Hello there guys, glad to see you watching another video of mine, and today is your preview, or preview that I normally wouldn't do, but due to the circumstances and the possibility of 5 youth players being welcomed into the team, I figured I'd do the preview to the Chelsea versus New England Revolution that will be hosted in Boston in the States. Yeah, like I said, I normally wouldn't do a preview, but since considering the fact that Reece James might feature, Mark Guehi, I can't pronounce the name, but I know that he did feature on the Leicester bench. But I do know that he featured in the Leicester game. He was on the bench. Uh, Reece James, Conor Gallagher, Ugbo, who's alongside Tammy Abraham, a bright, hungry center forward. Chalobah, who's not Nathaniel Chalobah, but his brother, who just came back from loan on Scorenthorpe. All these players might feature against New England tomorrow. The kickoff is at 8 p.m. United States time, so it must be 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. over there in England, because it's like a 5-hour difference. So definitely I'm looking forward to this. Now this game is a charity game in the efforts to raise awareness to anti-Semitism, to send a message to try and eliminate, which I'm all for. It's trying to eliminate hate. So you know, I'm not gonna get into anything about now. This game is supposed to, help raise awareness and try to, in an effort to try to eliminate hate. And it does make sense considering the fact that Roman Abramovich is a Jew himself. He's Jewish, so it just makes sense that he would try to, make put his stand on anti-Semitism, and just try to be positive. And it's great to see. Normally, you get these big billionaires that don't care about anyone else but themselves and their gains. Our president. Anyways, so I'm gonna look forward to seeing players like Conor Gallagher, who is probably looking at Ruben and looking at Hudson-Odoi, players that he played alongside with that made their stands. Even Christensen made their first team appearances, and I just think that he's looking at how they came up through the academy, and he's probably thinking, I can make a good impression. Even though it is a preseason game, it is a game that I believe that should have been after the Europa League final, because it's them coming back from jet lag, and then having 10 days to train to recover from the jet lag. They train, they go to Azerbaijan. I think that's how you pronounce it, Baku. They're going to Baku, and then there's just a lot of traveling within a little bit of time frame, and it can really throw off players. So I wish that the game was after, during the actual preseason, but it's still a good gesture from the boss. But like I said, like Gallagher, Reece James especially, he probably can make the first team next season instantly, because like I said, he has had several Man of the Match awards at Wigan. He's won Player of the Month award. He was featured in the Team of the Year alongside Tammy Abraham. So obviously he's ready for the big leagues. I think he can instantly challenge Azpilicueta for that first team spot as a right back. So I'm looking at players like him. Also Ugbo, who I heard is a bright young striker. He's different from the typical strikers that we've had, because he's pacey. Other than, I guess you can say, Morata, he was kind of pacey, but not really pacey. That's probably our fastest striker that I can think of. Drogba, he had a good mixture of strength and power, alongside of he had the ability to hold off a man and beat a defender. But that was solely based on so it's like I said, man, it's if we have to lose this game in order to keep players rested, I know players like Eden Hazard have to feature, and Willian and Pedro, they have to feature, because how else are you going to keep the crowd into the game? It is a charity game. people show up that watch these players play. So I do expect them to play a little bit, maybe 10-15 minutes, maybe, you know, that I don't expect them to start, or at least not play the full game, but definitely they're going to play. So I will hope that they stay away from challenges. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything risky. Don't go into challenges like you seen Harry Kane rolled his ankle, sprained his ankle, broke his ankle, whatever he did to his ankle by going into a challenge when they played. It was City versus Tottenham, and I think Fabian Delph was going for a challenge. They were both going in for the ball, and Harry Kane slid in, and the way he slid in, his foot got caught into the turf, and it kind of tweaked his ankle, and he's out. He was pretty much out for the season, unless he could feature in the Champions League final. But little things like that, like no challenges, no rash challenges, nothing too rash. You know, just a simple. If we have to pass the ball around for 90 minutes, okay, so be it. That's what we have to do. And if they win, if they beat us, okay, so what? They can have their bragging rights. But we're looking at a Europa League final that we're trying to win. So we don't want anybody injured, and you know, go from there. But to clarify about, you know, I did make a little. I did mention something about Eden Hazard in my last video, just to clarify on that. You know, Simon Phillips and the Daily News, or whatever they call themselves, they said that the fee that was agreed upon with Chelsea and Real Madrid had agreed upon a deal within the like 2 or 3 weeks ago. They have already agreed a deal. That's not true, whatever. But to clarify to what I was saying, the only reason why I was saying that it was a possible chance that Eden Hazard stays at Chelsea is if Real Madrid and Chelsea remain like stalemates and be stubborn, because Mariano Granovsky wants 100 million up front for Eden Hazard, and Real Madrid only want to pay 86 million in installments, which means that they pay 86 million over time. But Chelsea want the money up front, and they don't only want 86 million, they want 100 million. So because of both clubs being stubborn and not wanting to you know, waver, they're both at a stalemate. And if no deal has been done, you know, and one thing Hazard has said that if he were to leave, the only club he's going to is Real Madrid. And so if Real Madrid don't hold up, if Real Madrid doesn't cough up the money, which they do have the money, they just don't want to pay the money. Which 100 million for Eden Hazard is a bargain. You know, if he was in the first year of his contract, he'll be worth at least 250 million, 300 million. Like Jose Mourinho said, he's 100 million for each leg. But you know, so if Real Madrid, which I doubt, because it's a long period between then, before now, and to the end of the January, no, not January, end of the summer transfer window, which is the 31st of August, if I'm not correct, if I'm mistaken. Yeah. But anyways, so if that happens, Eden Hazard has made it clear that he's happy to stay at Chelsea. Now, like I said, I don't think that's going to happen. I do think Real Madrid is going to concede, because for you to give up a bargain of a deal for Eden Hazard, 100 million, right? When you easily he's worth 200 million, right? So you're getting it from pretty much a bargain of a deal, a discount at half off. So I expect them to cough up the money. I do expect Eden Hazard to leave, but that's just to clarify because I don't want anyone saying that I gave false hope, because I really didn't. This is what I've heard, and this is what, you know, based off looking at the facts and what has transpired. Eden Hazard has made it clear that he wants to go to Real Madrid. If he were to leave Chelsea, his only club that he will go to is Real Madrid. But if they don't come in and give a bid, or, you know, Chelsea doesn't accept the bid, then he's happy to stay at Chelsea. That's what he said. But, you know, with the new reports coming out, especially when he did the interview saying that he had told the club 2 weeks ago that he wanted to leave, the deal is supposed to be already done by now. But considering how both clubs don't want to waver, both clubs don't want to give in to the other's demands, then that's why Hazard is still at Chelsea, and it hasn't been already announced So expect that. Also, if Chelsea were to go by it this way, which is a possibility, if they were to have a gentleman's agreement where they give up, they allow Real Madrid to pay for Eden Hazard 86 million in installments, right? One by one at a time, like 20 million here and 20 million there. Then they agree to not pursue Luka Jovic. So if that's the case, I'm all for it. You know, he's shown that, especially during a game against us, right? That he has special moments with special embracements with I don't know if that's a word or not, but they look like they were embracing each other. Mauricio Sarri and Jovic, and also Hazard and Jovic and David Luiz, just Chelsea players in general, and Chelsea coaches. You know, they seemed like they were having a bit of words at the end of the games, and it seemed like, you know, they gave each other that look, you know, that are kind of like the same way that when we played Atletico Madrid, and you know, we were singing that we'll see you in August, or whatever the chant was. We were basically saying that Diego Costa, we'll see you next season, when we were playing Atletico Madrid. And we had beat them. I don't know if we had beat them or not. But anyways, Diego Costa came. He joined us the following season. So it might be a case of that. But anyways, this has been your preview. I'm Hutch. Join the pride. Subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Up the Chelsea. And let's just be safe. No injuries. Let's play youth as much as possible. And let's pack our bags and go back to Baku, right? That's what we want to go to. So, up the Chelsea.